Shabbat Shalawam. It's all good. Good. The angle is good. Everything's good. Good. Shabbat Shalawam. I want to give all praises, honor, glory, esteem to the Father, our Father, YAHAWAH, His only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahawashi. I want to say the water for those that are tuning in and may tune in later. Thank you for tuning in. Shalawam Ahchyam, which are the brothers, and all of the Ahchwathyam, which are the sisters out there in the world. Peace and blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings to everyone out there in the world. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, share button. It's imperative to do that so we can continue to get the word out. This is how we get the word out, by hitting that like, subscribe, and share button. We're just trying to make sure that the camera is accurate and that it's picking up everything. Check it one more time for me. And once we do that, we'll get started. Once again, shalom to everybody, which is peace and blessings to everyone out there. We good? Good. All right, so today, if you've seen on the screen, we'll be talking about faith. And if I may, for those out there in TV land and for those out here in the world that are over here pumping gas and going into the convenience store and different things of that sort, I just want to take a few moments of your time to go over some scriptures about faith. And as it says on the title, I think some of us are mistaken and are misunderstood about what faith truly is. When we look at the definition of faith, faith allows us to know that when you have faith, you have complete trust in something. You have put your trust in that, what it is that you have faith in. It is a little windy today, so bear with us. It picks up from time to time here and there, but we're going to continue to fight through it, right? So faith is putting your complete trust in something or someone. And for us as believers, we put our complete faith in the Father. And the Father told us to put our faith in His only begotten Son, who is Christ, of Mashiach Yahawashi. So that's who we put our faith and trust in. Because He says if you believe on Him, then you will believe on the Father, and both of them will come and make their abode with you. So that's what I want to talk about today, a little bit about faith, trust, and understanding faith in the word of the Most High. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2. Because from the time that we open the Bible in Genesis chapter 2, we see that faith and trust is the first thing that's established with the Most High and His only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahawashi. It's the first thing that's established. And what I mean by that is, yes, He did creations. He did do creation. He created certain things, certain elements, certain animals, certain fish, certain things, right? Hold on, we have a motorcycle. So we'll go to Genesis, I believe, about 2:15 or 2:17, where it says He created the man and He placed him into the garden. That's where I'm going to start this lesson off at, because it's imperative that we know the first thing the Most High did was give Adam a command and to see if he had faith in Him, and he will put his trust in Him. Go ahead and read Genesis chapter 2.
Genesis chapter 2. And YAHAWAH took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it.
To dress it and to keep it. Go ahead.
And YAHAWAH commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat.
Of every tree of the garden Hold on. Let's get into motorcycles. Okay. Of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, right? He gave him a command. Every tree of the garden you may freely eat. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it.
Right.
For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die.
So he gave him a command. So if Adam truly had 100% of faith and trust, because that's what faith is, putting your trust into something or someone, as we know in the very next chapter, turn to chapter 3 and go down to where man falls. Actually, I want the part where the Most High says that you hearken unto your wife. And because you hearken unto your wife, it's chapter 3, maybe verse 17, something like that. Because you hearken unto your wife and did not hearken unto the words of the Most High, cursed is the ground that you walk on, right?
17.
Go ahead. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 17. Go ahead.
And unto Adam he said.
This is after Adam went against the very word or the command of the Most High, because he didn't have enough what? Trust or faith in the Most High. He went against his word. It's an echo somewhere. He went against his word, and in going against his word, this is why we're cursed, because he didn't have enough faith. He didn't have enough trust. Go ahead.
Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree.
And has done what?
And has eaten of the tree.
And has eaten of that tree of what? Knowledge of good and evil. So we see that Adam right here, he failed because of his faith. And his faith was tested by him being put in the garden. And he told him a command telling him not to eat from the tree of knowledge that was good or evil. And he gave him that command to see if he was trustworthy, just like he gives us commands to see if we're trustworthy, to see if we're going to follow his word. Do we truly trust in his word? So sometimes me personally, and a lot of other people, I think that the word faith is misunderstood, because faith is putting your complete trust in someone or something, right? That's what faith is. Turn to the book of Hebrews chapter 1, and then we're going to go to the book of Ephesians. We're not going to go too deep into the book of Hebrews quite yet, but I just want to get the foundation of what it is that we're talking about today. If you are taking notes, I encourage you to have a pen and a paper to take notes, to write these scriptures down, to go back, to go back and actually review these verses for yourself. Read the book of Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
The evidence of things that are unseen. And faith is something that is hoped for. People want truth in this world, right? What is science? Science, evolution, those are things that they can prove. That's what science is. That's why people, you gotta take that off, my boy. That's why people love science, because science is something that they think really that they can prove, right? So that's why people love science. But faith is not proven. It says it's something that you put your hope and trust in that's unseen. So yes, it's not proven. We put our faith and trust in our Father, YAHAWAH, and his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahawashi, who we have not seen. Now, there is people that lived on this planet Earth at a particular time within the world that they was able to see the Son, right? And even though nobody's seen the Father physically, they was able to see his attributes, I would say, by the thundering and the lightning and the earthquakes and the rumbling and the voice that they heard from the Shemayim or from heaven, right? Now, we don't know if that was actually him speaking or Malak speaking for him, because in the scriptures, it says that his voice, it sounds like many waters, right? Now, I don't really know what the voice of many waters would sound like, but I would think that it would sound like a roaring ocean, the waves crashing and things like that. But I can't say that with the certainty, right? So read that one more time. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So you're putting your trust in hope. You're putting your trust in faith. And faith is trust, just as well as hope is. Go ahead.
The evidence of things not seen.
The evidence of things that are not seen. How come so many people have things on their walls? Pictures on their wall. Emblems on their wall. Emblems in their home. Emblems in their car. People wear necklaces with the emblem of Christ around their neck. But it says in Hebrews right here that faith is something that is unseen. It's unseen. So we don't need an actual picture. We don't need an actual image. We don't need an actual statue. We don't need an actual shrine to go and bow down to, because our faith is something that is unseen. Go ahead, read verse 2.
Verse 2. For by it the elders obtained a good report.
For by that, the elders, the Saquon in the Hebrew, they obtained a good report. Go ahead.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High. So
for us as believers, through faith, it says that we know that the worlds were made, were created, were framed through the word of who? The Most High. And what's that word? Hamashiach, Christ, the anointed one. But that's for us, the ones who believe in the Holy Bible. Other people say that believe in science, that it was a big bang. That we were made from tadpoles or from monkeys, and it's evolution. And over time, we became what we are today. But that's for those that are what? Atheists, agnostic, unbelievers. But believers in the Holy Bible, the ones who believe in the Father and who believe in the Son and believe in His Holy Spirit, we believe that the world was created by who? The Father and His Son and the angels, right? The Malaks. That's what we believe. Why do we believe that? Because that's what the Bible says, right? And we put our faith and trust in that. Why? Because it is a good report. It is a good report, right? Now hold on to that. We're going to go back to Hebrews, because Hebrews is our foundation, and we're going to go back to that, right? But I want to go a couple places before we open it up real wide, right? Let's go to the book of Ephesians. Let's go to the book of Ephesians. Let me get a drink of water, because my throat is a little parched. It's really dry today. Thank you. Ephesians chapter 2. And even though I want to start at around verse 6 or 7, I want to give honor and glory to the Most High, so we'll start it off from verse 1. Just to give His Kodash holy name praise. And not only Him, the man who wrote it, and His only begotten Son, Hamashiach YAHAWAH. Go ahead. Ephesians 2, chapter 1.
And you has He quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sin.
So He has quickened us. The word quicken in the Hebrew means He has given us life, right? He has given us life, the ones who were dead, the ones who were in darkness. Continue to read.
Wherein time past you walked according to the course of this world.
Right, which we did. I can only speak for myself. I know I did. I walked according to this world. The way the world told me to be and walk, and the images and everything that it presented to me, I took that on proudly. Go ahead. In ignorance, though. In ignorance. Go ahead.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
According to the prince of the power of the air. And we know, if you don't know who the prince of the power of the air is, it is Satan. Satan is the prince of the power of the air. Go ahead.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
The children of who?
Disobedience.
Okay, so it's a spirit, an evil spirit that's working in the children of who? Disobedience. Meaning they are not obeying the words of the Most High. They are not obeying the words of his only begotten Son, Hamashiach YAHAWAH. So we have something here, and it's speaking about children of disobedience. Where? In this world that we live in. Right now in 2025, there are people which the Most High looks at us as his children that are being disobedient. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Verse 3.
Among whom also we all had our conversation in time past, in the lust of our flesh.
In the what?
In the lust of our flesh.
Now when it says in a conversation, of course it means conversation, but it also means conduct, behavior, things that you have done in your past. You have rubbed elbows with disobedient children. You have rubbed elbows with that evil spirit, which is Satan, that was upon you when you were doing things as it's going into right here, living a life of what? Lust. Go ahead.
Fulfilling the desires of the flesh.
Fulfilling the desires of the flesh. Go ahead.
And of the mind.
And of who?
And of the mind.
And mind. So you're not only fulfilling the desires of the flesh, you're also fulfilling the desires of your mind, right? Because your mind is wicked, it's evil. This is why people do the things that they do, whether it be to murder, whether it be to rape, whether it be to steal. They do these things because these are things of the mind. Go ahead.
And we're by nature the children of wrath.
And we're by nature the children of wrath. Go ahead.
Even as others.
Even as others. All praises. Go ahead. Continue.
But the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love.
For his what?
For his great love.
Who is rich in mercy. The Most High is rich in mercy. Go ahead.
Wherewith he loved us.
He loved us. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, our Father, because he loved us when we didn't even love ourselves. Go ahead.
Even when we were dead in sin.
Dead in sins. What is sin? 1 John 3 and 4, I believe. What is sin? Transgression of what? The law. That's what sin is. If you don't know, go back, read it. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Sin is transgression or breaking the Most High's law. That's what sin is. Go ahead.
Hath quickened us together with Hamashiach.
He has given us life together with Hamashiach, with Christ. This is the gift that he has given us to be able to walk, be a part of his kingdom, be a part of things with his Son, Christ, to be able to be resurrected with his Son. These are the gifts that it's speaking about, right? But if you don't have faith in this, if you don't have understanding in this, if you don't have trust in this, then you may become one of those children that is speaking about, one of those disobedient children, right? But he's letting us know that you have been free from that because you are counted worthy. He has brought you to his marvelous light. And now you haven't been accounted worthy. So make sure your election is sure and it's true. Continue. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
By grace you are saved.
By what?
By grace you are saved.
By grace we are saved. It's by grace that we are saved. I want people to realize that, because a lot of people don't understand. It is by grace that you are saved. It's nothing you can actually do. This was established before the foundation of the world, of the earth. So it is by his nature, by his grace, that we are saved as a people. Go Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. Go ahead, read.
And hath raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places. In Hamashiach Yahawashi.
Keep going.
That in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Hamashiach Yahawashi.
It's his grace, his kindness towards us. Through who? His only begotten Son. But you have to have faith in this. You have to put your total trust in this that's being written here in the book of Ephesians. You have to put your total trust in this. And a lot of people don't have total trust. They say that they have faith. They say that they have faith, but they don't show, because I can't say a person does or doesn't, but they don't show the attributes of truly having faith in Hamashiach. Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Verse 8.
For by grace are ye saved. Through faith.
Through what?
Through faith.
So it's by grace that you are saved through faith. And we know faith, as I read to you earlier, is putting your trust, your complete trust in someone or something. And we know that that someone or that something is Hamashiach Yahawashi, who the world would call Christ, the anointed one, the Savior. So you have to put your complete trust in him. Because if you believe in him, then you believe in the Father. And they both will come in, as I said earlier, make their abode within you. But it's by grace. Go ahead.
By grace are ye saved through faith.
Through faith. Through faith. Notice what it says. Through faith. So you have to put your trust in him. There's something that you have to do. You have to have complete trust in him. Otherwise, you're not counted worthy. Go ahead.
And that not of yourselves.
And not of yourself.
It is the gift of the Most High.
It is what?
The gift of the Most High.
It is the gift of the Most High. So this was a gift that was presented to you because you were accounted worthy. This is why it says in Matthew 22 that many are called, but few are chosen. It's a lot of people that are called. There was a lot of people that were called to the wedding in Matthew 22. A lot of people, but they didn't come. They were busy. They had other things that they wanted to do. Matter of fact, the one who brought the message to those people, they ended up killing them. They end up killing them. So what does that tell us? Just because you are called doesn't mean anything. Because it says few are chosen. A lot of people are called, but they're not willing to step up to the plate and put their total trust and have total faith in who? The only begotten Son and his Father. They're not. Go ahead.
And that not of yourselves.
And not of yourself. Go ahead.
It is the gift of the Most High. Not of works.
Not of works. So there's nothing that you can particularly do to receive this free gift of grace. There's nothing that you can do. So I don't want you to be at home thinking, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. And there's nothing that you can do. Does that mean, as Paul said, that we just live in sin and be disobedient, as Romans 6 said? What did he say? No, Elohim forbid. No, we don't do that. Because now we understand what righteousness is. Before we didn't understand, we were living in darkness. But now we have been brought to the light, so we don't live in darkness anymore. We understand what this world truly is. Now we're walking as what? Spiritual beings. Go ahead.
Not of works, lest any man should boast.
Not of works. Why? Because if it is of works, then man would boast on this earth. Isn't it so crazy that the Most High knew how man would be? Because if it was of works, like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, then what? Man would boast. I'm doing this. My fringes is better than yours. My zits is longer than yours. My hair is longer than yours. My beard is fuller than yours. I keep the Sabbath day like this. You don't keep the Sabbath day right. You keep the new moon with the full moon. You keep the Sabbath day from the sunrise. You keep the Sabbath day with the sunset. Men would just be boasting in so many different things. Understand And let me say this when I look at the camera. Understand faith and truth is. Truth and faith are putting your complete trust in Hamashiach Yahawah. There is nothing that you can do to receive this. It's already been gifted to you. So all of the things that you're trying to do to work it out, it's already been gifted to you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything because it's not of works. But in the same time, it is of works because he said what? Go and sin no more. So the very work that he asked for is what? That you don't continue to live a life of sin. Now I have shown you what light is, and I want you to go and get the rest of your brothers and sisters and await them with the word of the truth, the true word. Give them that living water that they thirst for. And that's why we're out here today on this beautiful Shabbat day, on the Sabbath day, bringing out the word. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
For we are his workmanship.
We are his what?
His workmanship.
See, that went right into what I was just explaining. All praises to the Most High for that. We are his workmanship. Why? Because he's working on us, and as he's working on us, we work on other people and help lift people up, help build people up. That's why every video that I do, especially at home, when I'm at home doing videos, I say, I hope that this was edifying, which means to build. I'm hoping that this is building you up in some type of way. Receiving this word, receiving this knowledge. Not my knowledge. This is something that was handed to me from the Father and from his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahawah, right? For our knowledge. Go ahead.
Created in Hamashiach Yahawah.
Right. We was created in Hamashiach Yahawah, Christ the Anointed One. Go ahead.
Unto good works.
Unto what?
Unto good works.
Unto good works, right? We're no more living in evil works, the works of the flesh. Now we're creating good works. What are some of the good works? Just as we're doing today, coming out on the Shabbat day, bringing forth the word, handing out Holy Bible, bringing out the words in the Bible, doing lessons, passing out flyers, whatever it is that you can do to bring forth good works, charity, helping the homeless, helping the widow, helping the fatherless. All of these things are things of good works. Go ahead.
Which the Most High hath before ordained that we should walk in them.
That we should do what?
That we should walk in them.
He hath already ordained these things before the foundations of the earth, the beginning of the world, that we should walk like this. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past.
It says, wherefore you being in times past. It wants you to remember this. It wants us to remember this. So make sure as you watch this, especially this verse that we're about to read, that you remember this verse. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 2, verse what, 11, I believe? Verse 11. Read it.
That ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh.
We were Gentiles in the flesh, heathens. Why? But we were living contrary to the word of the Most High. We were not obeying his word. We were not obeying his commandments. And we were contrary to the very word. It sound like it's going out? Okay. Let me that bag for the batteries. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah, thank you. Keep reading.
Who are uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Now, why was we called uncircumcision? Why? Because what? We were, like I say, we were being disobedient to the word of the Most High, and we were not serving him as we should have been, and what we were supposed to be doing. So he looked at us as uncircumcised. Continue.
Verse 12. That at that time you were without Hamashiach.
We were what?
You were without Hamashiach.
We didn't have Hamashiach Yahawah at that time. Why? Because we were living like the people of the world. We were living in darkness. So we didn't have Hamashiach Yahawah. Imagine living in a world as people do right now without Hamashiach Yahawah. How that is. How evil and wicked people are that are living without the word of the Most High, or the word of Hamashiach Yahawashi. Imagine that. Imagine that. That is crazy to live like that. Maybe it's that one too, huh? Both of them. Keep reading. We'll keep going. That's not going to stop us. Matter of fact, stop right there. And now I want to jump to James. Let's go over to James. That's where I want to go, to the book of James. I want to go to the book of James. You know, Satan tried to take the word away. And I checked these things before. But he's not going to be allowed to take this word away. We're going to go over to the book of James. If anybody's reading along, get your Bibles. Like I say, get your pen, get your paper. We're going to go over to the book of James, chapter 2. And we're going to be starting at verse 14. James 2 and 14. Go ahead. Put that in there. That's where we'll be in James chapter 2, verse 14. James 2 and 14. Go ahead.
What does it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith?
What does it profit? What does it profit a man, his brethren, though a man say he has faith? A lot of brothers out there claim that they have faith. A lot of Ahchyam out there claim that they have faith. And a lot of sisters claim they have faith. Ahchwathyam in the Hebrew, they claim they have faith, right? But this is how we know if a man truly have faith or not. Go ahead.
And have not works. Can faith save him?
Can faith alone save you, brother? Is faith alone going to save you? Put that back down here. Is faith alone going to save you? Yeah, you can have your complete trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi, but if you're not doing anything, then what are you? You have trust in him, you have faith in him, but you're not doing anything. You're not moving in the way of righteousness. You're not living in the way of righteousness. So what good would it do to have faith? What good? Go ahead. James is just letting us know that we need works. Go ahead.
Verse 15. If a brother or sister be naked.
If they be what?
If a brother or sister be naked.
Right. If a brother or sister be naked. A brother or sister is going through trial and tribulation. They naked. They don't have something. Go ahead.
And destitute of daily food.
And destitute of daily food, meaning they haven't even eaten. They're not getting their daily food. Go ahead.
And one of you say unto them.
And one of you say unto them.
Depart in peace. Be ye warmed and filled.
All right.
Notwithstanding, ye give them not those things.
He doesn't give them those things that are needed. But he tells them, go in peace. Shalawam, Shalawam Ahchyam. You know what I mean? Telling them everything's all good. Go in peace. Peace and blessings to you. But he doesn't help that brother. He doesn't help that sister. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
What does it profit?
What does it profit you? It's not going to profit you anything. It's not going to profit you anything. Because yes, you have faith, but you're not helping your brothers. You're not helping your sisters. A brother shouldn't have to ask you, do you need help? You should offer. Hey, I know you're kind of going through something. Is there any way that I can help you out? Is there anything that I could do? Hey, sister, I know you're kind of going through some things. You know, I know through the comments and I know through things, you're kind of going through something. Hey, Ahchwathyam, is there anything that I can help you with personally? Now, if they turn it down and say, no, we got it, we're working through it, then that's fine. But at least you offer. And to know that somebody's going through something and don't offer, that's selfishness. That's selfishness. Now, I know as men, sometimes we prideful. And we don't want to ask for help, like we don't need help. But as we live according to the word, James is letting us know that we must step up to help our brethren and our sisters. Go ahead. Bring it up.
Verse 17.
Verse 17. This is James chapter 2, verse 17. Go ahead.
Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead.
It is what?
Is dead.
So even faith, even though you have faith, if it does not have works, meaning you're not putting in some type of work for Mashiach Yahawashi, it says that what? It is what?
It's dead.
It is dead. It is dead, meaning it's no good. When something is dead, it's no good. So yes, you may have faith, but if you do not have any works, brother say, yeah, I got faith, man. I've been in the truth 15 years. Well, brother, what you doing? What you doing? Oh, I got a job, man, and I don't really have time. You know, I ain't really got time to really put in that work, man. You know, I work 12 hours a day. I work 14 hours a day. James said faith without works is dead. You have to put in work. And he's going to elaborate even more. Go ahead.
Being alone.
Being what?
Alone.
Being alone. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith.
A man may say, some ox out there are going to say, I have faith in Hamashiach Yahawashi, right? Call Halal Yahawah Shalawam Ahchyam Ahchwathyam, or Rakatah, right? Kwam Yasharala. They're going to say all those things. They got on the fringes, they got on the ZCs, they got their beard, they do all that, right? They do all that. But what did James say? A man might say he may have faith. Go ahead.
Thou hast faith. And I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works. And I will show thee my faith by my works.
James said, I'll show you my faith by my works. So a man is truly known by his works. That's how you know if a man really has faith or not. A man can tell you he has faith, but what is he doing for the truth? What is he doing? What is she doing? What is that sister doing? With his brothers, sisters, widows, fatherless children out here that are destitute, that don't have. What are you doing to push the word forward? In today's time, if I'm not mistaken, in the world they call it, when you go get a job, let me see your portfolio, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's what they say. Let me see your portfolio. Let me see the work that you have done. Some people put a resume in. They show you all of the things and all of the jobs that you have done and what you do, all of your experience. Well, it's the same thing with the truth. What have you done? What does your resume say? What does your portfolio say? What type of work have you been doing? This is what it's asking. And this is what he's saying. Now, do we boast on that? Not at all. Because this is why I read this early in Ephesians 2. That why? It's by grace of the Most High that we're saved. So we don't boast on that, but yet you have to do some works. You have to do something. You cannot just only have faith alone, which is putting your complete trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi. You must also, as James is explaining, and James was Yahawashi brother, he's explaining to you about what works. Keep reading.
Verse 19.
Verse 19.
Thou believest that there is one Most High. Thou doest well.
If you believe that is one Most High, we believe that is one, our Abba, Yahawah, the Ancient of Days, the giver of life, the taker of life, everlasting to everlasting, right? We believe that. Go ahead.
The devils also believe.
Right, Satan and them, the devils, the evil spirits, they also believe. Why? Because they follow his lead. Go ahead.
And tremble.
And tremble. Go ahead.
But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
Man, and he called you a vain man. A vain is worthless. Don't you know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? So this is why I say, and that's why I wanted to do this lesson on this, about people may misunderstand faith. I'm not saying all people, but there may be some people out there in the world that are believers that may have a misunderstanding of what faith truly is. Yes, you may have faith, but as James said, show me your works by your faith, right? You have to do some work. You can't just believe and not do anything. You can't stay the same person that you was. I don't care if you're a sister. You could be making notations. You could be taking notes on your lessons. You could be sharing things with other sisters. You know, if you got a husband, if you got, kids or whatever, you could be putting the fringes on there. You could be teaching them Hebrew. It's many things that you could be doing, because the eyes of the Most High is always on the children of the righteous. Always. His eyes is always on his children. Is that the last one? Or is it the last, one more verse?
Verse 21.
Go ahead.
Was not Abraham our father justified by works?
Abraham, by works. He told Abraham to leave his what? Kindred. He told him to leave his family. Abraham, leave your kindred. And what did Abraham do? Abraham left his kindred. By what? Faith. Because he put his trust in who? The Most High Yahawah. He put his trust in him, and he left and went out into where? The wilderness. He didn't know where he was going. He had no idea. But he put his trust in him. Why? Because he had faith. But he did a work. What was the work? He had to leave his people. The Bible says he had to leave his who? Kindred. This is what James is speaking about. Go ahead.
When he had offered Isaac, his son, up upon the altar.
Man, that's a whole nother one. When he had and then the Most High, after he didn't have no children, finally had Isaac. And then the Most High told him, offer Isaac up. Let me see how faithful you are. Let me see how much trust that you have in me. Man, I know a lot of people right now would not offer their child up. If the Most High told you to offer your son up right now, would you be willing to do it? Would you be willing to put your son, the one you love so much, would you be willing to offer him up to the Most High? Abraham didn't hesitate. He didn't contemplate. He didn't think about it. Well, why this son? Why not, what was his other son name? Isaac, and what was the other one name? The one he had with Hagar. Ishmael, right? He didn't contemplate. Well, Most High, why not Ishmael? Can I offer up Ishmael instead of Isaac? I really love Isaac. No, he didn't hesitate. The Most High said, offer up your son Isaac. He said, okay, where do I do it at? Even as they were going up, his son Isaac said, Father, we have the wood, but where's the sacrifice at? Where's the lamb at? Where's the sacrifice at? What did Abraham tell him? The Most High shall provide. Don't worry. Meaning, Isaac didn't even know he was walking to his own death as his son. Abraham didn't even tell him. But he didn't hesitate to do it for who? The Most High. Because that's how much trust that he had in the Most High. That's how much faith he had in the Most High. And I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. 99.9% of these people out here in this world are not going to offer their child up for the Most High. They're not going to slay their child. I don't care, believer or not. They're just not going to do it. They love their child too much. You love your children so much that you worship your children more than you worship the Most High. And that's just being real. That's why those things are written in the Bible. Go ahead, get that. Finish that, and then we'll jump to Matthew chapter 10. Go ahead.
Verse 22.
Go ahead.
Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect?
Mm-hmm. Jump to Matthew 10. You know what, I want the classic. Matthew 10, 34. About people and their mamas and their daddies and their children. How they love them more than they love Hamashiach Yahawashi. Matthew chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 34, 35. Please, you got your Bibles, read along. Go ahead, Matthew 10 and 35.
34.
34, go ahead.
Think not that... Verse 34.
Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
This is Hamashiach Yahawashi, Christ, right? He said, think not that I send peace on the earth. A lot of people believe, all right, brother, you have a good one. A lot of people believe that he has came here to bring peace on earth. But we're reading out of the Bible, which is contrary to what people believe. This is why I say it must be an understanding, or people, Salakia, people must be understood about what faith is, right? It's about putting your complete trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi, who the world calls Christ. And he is speaking right here saying that think not that I what?
That I come to send peace on earth.
That I came to bring peace on earth. Go ahead.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
But a what?
But a sword.
But a sword. So Hamashiach came to bring a sword. Go ahead.
For I am come to set man at variance against his father.
Against who?
Against his father.
Yeah, he come to separate you from your father. Go ahead. Or your daddy. Go ahead.
And the daughter against her mother.
And the daughter against her mother. Go ahead.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
The daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. Continue.
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Go ahead.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
So the one that loves his son or daughter more than you love Hamashiach Yahawashi, Hamashiach said, you're not even worthy. Why? Because you're not like Abraham. You're not like Abraham. You're not willing to sacrifice your son. You're not willing to sacrifice your daughter like Jephthah did. You're not willing to do those things. Why? Because you love them. You love them so much that you're not willing to sacrifice them. You hold on to them. Let them go. Let them go. Hold on to Hamashiach Yahawashi the way you hold on to your children. If you would love them, if you would love him like you love your children, you may be moving in the right direction. Go ahead.
Verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
Is not worthy of me. Go ahead.
He that findeth his life shall lose it.
He that findeth his life shall lose it. Meaning if you find your life here on this earth and you're not walking as Hamashiach Yahawashi said, then you're going to lose it. Go ahead.
And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
And if you lose your life for his sake, meaning you sacrifice those things, whether it be whatever it is in your life, children, family, friends, jobs, whatever it is, if you sacrifice those things for Hamashiach Yahawashi, then you shall be found what? Faithful and true. Then you shall be accounted what? Worthy. But before that, you're not counted worthy. You're not willing to do those things. Your job call you and say, hey, man, I need you to work on a Shabbat. We'll pay you triple time. And then you start contemplating. You start thinking about it. Man, I need that money. I really need that money. That would help me. I could do so many things. I could finally buy. But yeah, you contemplating on breaking the Sabbath day. Your job wants you to wear this certain fabric, this certain shirt that says their logo, their company logo. And they said it's mandatory that you have to wear it. And it's mixed fabrics. And they said it's mandatory that you wear it. If you don't wear it, they're going to fire you. They're going to terminate if you don't wear that shirt. And then yet you start contemplating it. You start thinking about it. Well, you know, I need this job. I gotta feed my family. I got things I need to do. My car note, my bills. That's what? That's not having complete trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi. When they told you, look, you got to wear that mixed fabric shirt and it's mandatory, you should have took it down right there to your supervisor and laid it on the table and said, I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. It goes against my purpose. It goes against my what? Faith. And I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to put it on. And if you want to terminate me, by all means, then terminate me. If that's what you feel you need to do, then do that. I walk with the power of the earth. As Paul said, if the Most High is, in Romans chapter 8, if the Most High is with us, then who can be against you? Who can be against you if the Most High is with you? Nobody could be against you. Continue on.
Verse 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me.
He that do what?
He that receiveth you receiveth me.
So the one that receives your word, the one that receives you when you bring this word forth, it says that he receives a Mashiach Yahawashi too. Right? He receives a Mashiach Yahawashi too. Go ahead.
And he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me.
Receiving him that sent me. This is why I say both. You're going to get both. You're going to get Mashiach Yahawashi and you're going to get the Father. How do we know this? It's written right here. He just read it. He just read it right here. If you receive this, then you receive him, and you're going to receive the one that sent him. Who is the one that sent him? The Father. Keep going.
Verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward.
Shall receive a righteous man reward. Drop that. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 6. I started 6 or 7, really 7, I believe. By grace. It should say something about grace. But understand what it is that we're trying to bring forth about this faith. That faith has been misunderstood. And it's important that we get a good understanding, a good basis, a good foundation about what faith truly is, so that we can really walk in faith, that we can really serve in faith. Go ahead and bring it out, 2 Corinthians chapter 5.
Verse 7.
Verse 7.
For we walk by faith, not by sight.
We walk by faith. We walk by faith. We walk by faith. What is faith? We already read it earlier in Hebrews chapter 1. This dude had all these. Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead. Calm down. Go ahead.
Not by sight.
Not by sight. Go ahead.
We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with Yahawah.
We're willing to be what? Present. Absent from the body and present with who? Yahawah. We really want to be up there with the Most High. We really want to be with Hamashiach Yahawashi. But we got work to do. We have things down here that we have to do. Go ahead.
Wherefore we labor.
We do what?
Wherefore we labor.
We labor.
That whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him.
That we may be accepted of him. That's why we labor. Laboring and putting our faith and trust that we may be accepted of who? Hamashiach Yahawashi and his Father. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach.
We're all going to appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach Yahawashi, because that's who's doing the judging. He has authority to do the judging. So that's who we're going to appear before, Hamashiach Yahawashi, right? Go ahead.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body.
Everybody is going to receive the things done in his body. Go ahead.
According to that he hath done.
According to that he have done. So whatever you have done in this body, that's what you're going to be judged on, right? Go ahead.
Whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad, that's what you're going to be judged on. Hamashiach Yahawashi, Christ, is going to judge you on the things that you have done with inside of your body, whether it be good or bad. That everything is being recorded. Go ahead.
Knowing therefore the terror of the Most High.
Right, knowing the terror of the Most High. Knowing it. Paul has said, knowing the terror of the Most High. Go ahead.
We persuade men.
We persuade men.
But we are made manifest unto the Most High.
We are made manifest unto the Most High. Right? We are made manifest unto the Most High. Keep reading.
And I trust also are made manifest in your conscience. For we commend not ourselves again unto you, but give you occasion to glory on our behalf.
He gives us an occasion of glory on his behalf. Go ahead.
That ye may have somewhat to answer them which glory in appearance and
glory,
not in heart.
Glory in appearance, right? That's the people of the world. that are glorying in their appearance, the way they look, what they have on, the cars, the clothes, the what they call it, superficial things, right? That's what they glory in. We don't glory in those things, you know. As long as you got on a pair of pants or breeches, or it depends on what you wear. If you wear your attire, it just depends on what you wear. But whatever you wear, it doesn't have to be name brand. It doesn't have to be, say, Nike on it. It doesn't have to say Adidas on it. It doesn't have to say Gucci on it, Fendi, Prada, all of these different things. Because a lot of people don't even know the very symbols that they have on. What the word Nike means, what the word Adidas means, what the word Gucci means. They don't even understand and realize what those symbols are and what they mean. Right? But if they did, they might not even wear it. Who knows? I can't say with a certainty whether they will wear it or not. Some people probably would still wear it. But if they really knew, they might not. They might not. Let's go back to Hebrews where we started at. And we're going to start off at 1 again, and then I want to jump down to our brother Moses. I want to jump down to our brother Moses, but I just want to read verse 1 and 2 again. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 and 2. I want to read that again. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
The evidence of things unseen. Go ahead.
For by it the elders obtained a good report.
Yes, they did. Go ahead.
Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High.
Okay, now give me Moses, right? Now, it's in the same chapter. Now, understand this. We know by faith that the worlds were created through Hamashiach YAHAWAH, and we put our faith and trust in that. Like I said earlier, those other people, they want science. They want something indefinite, right? These are what are called atheists, agnostic. They live in a science type of world. They want you to be able to prove it. Us as believers, we don't need proof because we put our faith and trust in something that's unseen. So we don't need the proof. We already have faith and trust and complete trust in who? Hamashiach YAHAWAH, because we look up at the firmament. When we look at this blue sky that you see behind me, when we look at the clouds that you see behind me, thank you. When you see the trees, when you see the greenery of the trees, you see the dirt, you feel the air on your body, on your flesh right now. You see the flies, you see the bugs, you see the bees. All these things in the world that we see are evident that there was a creation. It is evident that someone created this. And we believe as believers that it was created through the only begotten Son, Hamashiach YAHAWAH. That's what the book of Colossians says, chapter 1, verse 14 on down, right? That all things that were created was created through him and by him, right? If we need to get it, we will, but I just gave you the verse, Colossians chapter 1, verse 14, all down. Go ahead. Hebrews chapter 11, go ahead.
Chapter 11, verse 23.
23, go ahead.
By faith. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents. Because they saw he was a proper child.
They saw he was a proper child. Go ahead.
And they were not afraid of the king's commandment.
And they were not afraid of Pharaoh's commandment. They were not afraid of Pharaoh. Go ahead.
By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
He refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Moses refused this. Go ahead.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Choosing rather to suffer with the children of the Most High than enjoying the pleasures of sin for a season. Why? Because your life is not that long. As it says in the Bible, your life is just but a vapor. It's like grass. Today is green, You come out 2 days later, if it was a heat wave, it's withered away. So this is what the Bible likens our life to. Continue on.
Verse 26.
Verse 26.
Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
So living with Hamashiach Yahawashi, Moses contributed that was greater to him than the things of Egypt that they were willing and living with at that time. The gold, the jewelry, the emeralds, being a pharaoh, all of those things, king, pharaoh, all of those things, he looked at that as worthless compared to walking and being with who? Hamashiach Yahawashi, being with the Father. Those things that Egypt had was worthless to him. Go ahead.
For he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
He had respect unto the recompense of the reward of who? Hamashiach Yahawashi and the Father. Go ahead.
Verse 27. By faith he forsook Egypt.
By faith, Moses forsook Egypt. By faith he did. Why? He put his complete trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi. He put his complete trust in the Father, Yahawah. He put complete trust. Go ahead. That's what it means, Salaki. That's what it means when it says he put his faith, meaning he put his complete trust in the Father. Go ahead.
Not fearing the wrath of the king.
Not fearing the wrath of who? The Pharaoh. He didn't care what was going to happen to him. He wasn't concerned about that. Why? Because he had complete trust in who? The Father. He didn't care. Just like Abraham didn't care. Moses didn't care. Enoch didn't care. Methuselah didn't care. All of the people that we read about in the scriptures that stood up. David didn't care. David put his life on the line when it came to Goliath. When we read about it in the scriptures, men did not care what was going to happen to them. They put their trust in who? The Most High. And whatever the Most High said, that's what they did. Go ahead.
For he endured.
He endured.
As seeing him who is invisible. Through faith, he kept the Passover.
Through faith, he kept the Passover, just as we do through faith, we keep the Passover. Go ahead.
And the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them.
Right. Go ahead.
By faith, they passed through the Red Sea, as by dry land.
Through faith, they passed by the Red Sea. On dry land, they walked through it. Why? The Most High separated the waters. Go ahead.
Which the Egyptians, essaying to do, were drowned.
The Egyptians got drowned in the water. Go ahead.
By faith, the harlot Rahab perished not, with that believed not.
Right. Talking about the harlot Rahab, right? By faith, she didn't perish. Why? Because she had faith. She had faith. She said when the man came, she said, listen, we know that you're Most High. He's destroying everything. He's doing this. You guys are walking in the power. What do I have to do? What can I do? And she helped those men. And they told her in response to helping her, look, put this cloth on your house. When we come in to destroy this city, we will save you and your family. And she did that. She did exactly that. And through faith, because she believed what they said, she was spared. She was spared. So we have to understand and realize what faith truly is. And I just believe, hopefully, that a few of these scriptures have shown you that faith is something that can be misunderstood, but faith is actually putting your complete trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi, our Savior, the one who laid down his life for us. In John 15, the one who says that he's our friend, right? The one who calls us his friend. So we see that faith is the substance of something that's what? Unseen. And through that, we should be able to have a clear understanding that what do we need to do now? We need to put more trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi. We need to put more trust in Christ. We need to turn from our wickedness and walk in righteousness. As Paul said, now because we have been given his grace, give me that real quick before we get ready to get out of here. Romans chapter 6 at the top. Romans 6. Romans 6.
Romans chapter 6 verse 1.
Go ahead.
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin?
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that what?
That grace may abound.
That grace may abound. What shall we say? Now that we have received this grace from Hamashiach Yahawashi, and we know that we saved by grace through faith, it's not of works. So now can we just continue to live in sin? Can we just party it up now? Can we just live how we want to live? What did Paul say?
The Most High forbid.
Most High forbid. Go ahead.
How shall we that are dead to sin?
How shall we that are dead to sin, go ahead,
live any longer therein?
Live any longer therein in that sin. We're dead to sin now, so how can we continue to live in it? The flesh wants to live in it, but the spirit is totally against it. Go ahead.
Know ye not that so many of us as were baptized.
Slow down. Read it slow. Go ahead.
Now, know ye not that so many of us as were baptized into Yahawashi Hamashiach were baptized into his death?
Go ahead, keep reading.
Therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Hamashiach was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life.
Keep going.
For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin.
We shall not serve sin, that the old man has been crucified and he has been put away. That's what this whole thing is about. Crucifying that old man, putting that old man away, and now walking in what? Righteousness. Putting our faith and trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi, that he has delivered us from darkness into his marvelous light of righteousness. That he is the light that has entered into the world, and we have to put our trust and belief, our complete trust in him and his Father. And if we put our trust in Hamashiach Yahawashi, then we will have our faith and trust in the Father. So hopefully this was edifying for you. Hopefully this helped you in some type of form, fashion, some type of way. We give all honor and glory and praise to our Father Yahawah and his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahawashi. And with that, we're going to say Shalawam and Kwam Yasharallah, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your Sabbath day. Shalawam.